Good evening, one. Good evening, all. And if you can believe it, it is Wednesday yet again, which means we are here for the Grid Vision Wednesday night top split coverage. And who's we? Well, it's me, Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire, and we are live from Virtual Worldwide Technologies Raceway, my hometown track, at least back from where I grew up here in beautiful the Midwest, St. Louis, Illinois, bi-state area, I guess you might call it here. Here we zoom in. Right, there's the Mississippi River flying down in on that Grid Vision satellite camera. And Sheldon, you can see Highway 55 right there next to the raceway. Are you ready to go racing tonight?
Yes, absolutely. Broadcasting live from the Cuck Chair this week, and excited to see what these guys have to put down here on one of the trickier circuits on the schedule. Actually, the first track I can remember being referred to as a roval back in the day here when the Busch Series started coming here in the 2000s. And the reason for that is the fact that these drivers are going to be busy all race long, and busy mainly with shifting gears. You know, we talk about shifting down from 5th to 4th every week. This week, the most important thing is going to be not money shifting it into turn 1, because you got to drop all the way down to 3rd. That is 2 gears you're pulling down from standard. Second off, keep that right rear underneath you. Having this thing in 3rd has you higher up in the RPM range than you'd normally be. It's very easy to burn the right rear off and snap loose, and the slides here will catch you without warning. Then finally, track position is the name of the game. It's a clean air is king week, and it's pretty much just going to be a hodgepodge of trying to restart Merchant yourself up to the front. And if you can't keep that track position, you're going to be in for a long night, because it's going to be really difficult to find any way to make anything happen here.
Okay, we've got the keys to the race down. We've got a nice overhead view of the track. Let's get our picks out of the way. After this week, looking at some of the results, I went with Johnny Baldrige this week, the number 16 or 17 car of Johnny Baldrige. How about you, Sheldon?
Well, the Conti cars have definitely been fast this week. I'm going to have to go with Adam Benefield. There's definitely been a dominance for the Conti machines this week. Seems like they have the right drive off of the corners. So I'm going to go with that 20 machine of Benefield, because it's going to be a long-run race as well. And who you got tonight, Darby?
Down in the truck. Looks like it's going to be, Ears Pierce there, 27. We'll see what happens with Roger Pierce. We got 3 cars all picked out. Let's see if we can avoid the commentator's curse here as the race is getting ready to get underway. We're going to get the grid counted down for you here. Oh, we already have some people shouting out in chat saying the number 17 they're looking for. Well, his name's about to come up here. Starting things off, though, Roger Pierce has won the pole and is sitting there at the top of things. First place position. Second place goes to Sean Conklin. Third, Daniel Nanny. Fourth, Adam Benefield. Fifth, Dylan Pettis. Sixth, Daniel Wiles. Seventh, Joseph. Eighth, Richard Garcia. Ninth, Derek Heitman. And 10th, Justin Nanke.
Starting off in 11th place this evening is going to be Reese Schaefer with Brendan Milde is outside in 12th. 13th, Justin Levine with Nolan Hodgson in 14th. 15th place is going to be Teddy Hodgson with Cameron Stone in 16th. Starting 17th place is going to be Chris Wilhite with Keegan Sabilo in 18th. 19th position going to Kevin Chalk, and running at the top 20 is going to be Johnny Baldrige.
21st is Daniel Edblad. 22nd is Alberto Abar. 23rd is Zach Rain. 24th, Dylan Basin. 25th, Maggie McGuire. 26th, Jacob Klein. 27th, Brenson Hunt. 28th, Connor Truman. 29th, Luis Becerra. And 30th, Alan Pajari.
And running off the grid here, tonight's going to be 3rd and 31st is going to be Michael Basson with Thiago Vera in 32nd. 33rd going to go to Gabriel Maruccio with Dustin Matthews in 34th. And rounding out the 35-car field this evening from St. Louis, it's going to be Trey James.
Love to see it. Here we go. Everybody's lined up. Not too many places you can go on a track like this, as mentioned, so we'll see how long this 2x2 column lasts as we get ready to blast around here. Soon the pace car will be off, and then we'll be getting things underway for what is the beginning of the first of 120 laps around Worldwide Technology Raceway, WWT Raceway.
I'll tell you, we talked about the dirty air being such a big factor last week at Darlington, and it was every step of the way. A lot of aero trickery at foot when we were at that beautiful 1.3 mile speedway. The thing about Darlington is you had options, you had places to go. Here, it's more so a one-lane dominant facility, and I got a feeling you're going to see patience wear out here before the positions are made up.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. Patience is definitely the name of the game here. We've had some hot heat on the track and some tempers flaring a little bit as we had last week. Some impatience definitely boiling up. So let's see if these guys meeting up again this week here on Wednesday night are going to be able to have a little bit more grace for each other, or if they're going to be getting into it a little bit more often as this Raceway track has a little bit more demand for them.
Another question too is, do we see any spillage from last week's events? You know, a lot of guys out here still not 100% okay with each other, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's a good point. There still is, like you said, a little bit of tension in the air, a little bit of here, a little bit of there. But let's see what happens as the pace car is off. We're going to get things ready to go. Here comes the start zone, looking for the green flag. And we are go, go, go here on Grid Vision.
Down to turn one, Roger Pierce leading Sean Conklin. Beat him down into the corner. Conklin will try and get the drive off, but not able to find it. Roger Pierce going to clear through 1 and 2 and take away the lead early here down the back straightaway. And a single file procession up here for the top four, ended out by Adam Benefield. As we look a little bit further back, looks like Wiles trying to make something happen down to the inside here into 3 and 4. And it looks like it's going to work out for Wiles. Going to clear and slide up in front here on the front straightaway.
Yes, sir. And just behind, it's going to be Joseph. Joseph in the 20 getting passed now by, it looks like, on the outside, Garcia. Yeah, Garcia there in the 57 on the outside. Just trying to find some space, but he's going to put it right into the back of Wiles. A little bump to Daniel Wiles in the 88.
There's a square going to try and send to the bottom here in 3 and 4 on Garcia. Grabs the curb a little bit, though, slides up the track, but still able to find his footing, but not enough momentum to carry him through. They're still going to be dead even here, coming out of turn 4 to the start-finish line with the advantage going to Garcia as he tucks up to the back bumper, the 88 machine of Wiles.
Ooh, that braking zone did not benefit Garcia, as it looks like just behind him, Derek Heitman might have gotten into him just a little bitty bit. Garcia falls back. Down to the front goes Joseph. Joseph, he closes the door. Ooh, into the wall goes Wiles. Losing a lot of speed now as Garcia and Heitman both make the pass.
And the question is, was that a hard enough hit for Wiles to do some kind of damage to the suspension underneath the car? Hitting the wall out of turn 2 has torn up a lot of equipment this week. Looks good enough from where we're sitting, but no real telling as to what the driver's feeling behind the wheel right now. As we got 3 wide right now. Daniel Nanny going to send it 3 with Reese Schaefer. Sorry, Justin Nanke.
Yeah, that's Nanke. That's also
Ogden.
60
just about cleaned him out there.
Yeah, I had eyes on Ogden there as he almost got up into them. Schaefer there on the outside in the purple MMPA. Schaefer and Son car looking very good tonight. They are 2 by 2, almost by 2 in the back there, as it looks like Keegan Sabilo is getting passed up by Johnny Baldridge down on the outside now. Sabilo down to the inside, though, says, no, not today. I'm going to hold on to that in the 77 Mac Tools car.
I do think this is probably Keegan's first time taking to the speedway this week, so it's going to be interesting to see what the 77 Mac Tools Camry is capable of, as you see him opting for tire saving here, I guess, watching everybody kind of rush by him. And this is not the track that you can really, jump into blindfolded with no experience. This is a track that really wears on you. You got to get a lot of reps here to really find the speed you need. Let's look up to the front. One guy not having a problem with that is Roger Pierce in the 27 machine, as he's worked out a 1.1 second advantage over his teammate Sean Conklin, sitting there third place. Daniel Nanny. Conti's put together a lot of dominant runs this week, but it looks like Ryko showing up when it matters most here for the Wednesday night NIS, as they have the majority of the top 5 on lock.
That's right. It's a good showing for that team tonight for sure. Oh, the yellow's out.
Oh, car
Kevin
around on the front
Schalk.
straightaway. Oh, they got bubbles.
Oh.
Holy
Jesus,
fuck,
Ricky.
you really fucked her there, boys.
Oh, no. Bubbles. Smartest guy in the park, that.
You see right here, the 31 machine coming out of turn 4, just gets a little closer to the heart and just beans it up across the inside wall and gets 2 birds stoned at once.
Yeah, it's not rocket appliances.
On board with Chalk here, and this is what I was talking about, that snap coming off the corner. Well, it wasn't really a snap, it was a car tagging the fence in front of him. Let me correct myself here and get back in my chair over in the corner.
A Todaso. A fucking
There is.
Todaso.
There's a shit wind of brewing.
I am the liquor.
What do you say, guys? We tag out of this early and go hit up the Dirty Dancer for a little bit?
Woo! That's the way she goes, boys. Sometimes she goes, sometimes she doesn't. This time she didn't go.
Just be grateful that my noise cancellation is good. Otherwise, I'd hit a fucking Phil Collins belch right now on the stream.
Raw. I appreciate it. I love it. Oh, it makes me want to go back and rewatch some television. I tell you that right now. Lap 9 of 120 here at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Makes you want to eat friggin' 12 cans of raviolis right about now.
Oh, maybe some chicken fingers. $8, the good kind.
The $8 chicken fingers, man. You can never go wrong with those. Come on now. I'm not gonna say I ate 12 cans of ravioli.
Oh my god.
Look, I need to fuel up, man. We gotta steal shopping carts for Bubs in the morning.
If you know, you know. Yeah, there's got to be some people watching this stream right now who are like, what the hell are these guys talking about right now?
Look, if they don't know Trailer Park Boys, then they don't belong around us.
I kind of feel that way.
And that's just a fact. So, Joe, I saw your old lady was hanging around backstage of the Sebastian Bach concert the other night. Care to talk about that?
She told me she was there with a couple of her friends, man. She said she was just unwinding, just wanted to have a good time.
Well, I think she unwound all right.
Oh, man. Well, at least it was Sebastian Bach.
I guess you could say she was back in the saddle again.
Back in the saddle again. I love it.
I don't know if you ever heard the Sebastian Bach cover, but somehow it's actually kicks about as much ass as the Aerosmith.
Really? Okay, I haven't heard that cover, and I do like Sebastian Bach.
It was on Angel Down, and it had Sebastian Bach and Axl Rose splitting vocal duties on it. Pretty badass.
All right.
It was the dream team duo for me as a teenager to hear that.
That is a good dream team duo.
A lot of cocaine in the booth on that one, I'm sure.
Cocaine!
All right, Dr. Roxo. Looks like we're going back green here.
Completely different show. And we're not gonna segue into Metalocalypse here. That'll come later. Right now, though, we're gonna watch the start of this race. We're gonna see this race restart here. We're in the double digits now, folks. Looking for that green flag to come down. Come on, Barney, drop it. There it goes. We are green yet again.
And a good, clean team launch here for the Victory 1 boys. Roger Pierce gets a good entry to turn 1. Plenty of arc here. Danny going side by side, though, with Sean Conklin here through 1 and 2. And it looks like Sean's going to give him the conk. And Sabilo gets stuffed in the fence further in the back of the pack by the 43 machine of Zach Range.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, and Jacob Klein gets into the back of Range.
We had a car spinning around sideways.
Look, I told you there's a shit wind blowing.
Was that David Edbad?
It's Daniel Edblad.
Daniel, excuse me.
I don't know what David Edblad is doing tonight.
His cousin David. Hopefully he's far away from wherever Daniel's driving. Unfortunately, that was a rough one.
Happens here. First off, looking at the incident with Keegan Sabilo out of turn 2. Oh, never mind. Keegan drove himself into the fence.
Boom, boom.
Sorry, Zach. But we do have the Grid Vision chopper in the air. As you see Jacob Klein give a little bit of a shot to the back of Zach coming into turn 3. That's a protest.
Is that all you
the
gave?
incident definitely happened around Danny Edblad. See that
no,
Dan here and
Edblad
the
here.
24.
Whoa, Connor
Oh,
Truman.
that would be the honestly that would be the Blue Chew boner of the week.
The Blue Chew Boner of the Week. Yeah, speaking of which, I'm listening to some of the driver radio, and Connor is mentioning that a fan on his rig fell onto or near his pedals, and that's what caused him to give that tag to the back of the 33.
Only fan strikes again. Right into the back bumper of the 33.
Strikes.
Huge tap. The one machine just about blows down the fence. Nowhere for him to go. And look at that. Bubbles made it through that time.
All right, hey, he's still rolling.
Julian didn't even spill the drink.
Stupid, sexy Julian. Sheldon, you're getting blamed for causing the yellow. Just hope
It was my fault.
Know.
I threw I've got Edstrom down there somewhere throwing banana peels and blue turtle shells at people.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He was he was spectating Justin the other night and just kept pulling slides of Mario Kart power-ups across the screen to try and make something happen. Right on board with Trey James here, right on the back straightaway, and this is what I refer to as a NiS jump scare. Comes in the corner. Ah, shit, we're done.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a Five Nights at Freddy's right there. Very freaky. Lights are off in the pace car again. We're in the back stretch here. Still in the double digits. This will be our second restart of the night within 5 laps. So let's see how things progress. See if we
Well,
can
the
get
good
up to
news
maybe.
is
Yeah, what's up?
it's not 187 laps or 84 laps of Darlington. So we keep on this pace. It'll be a quick one.
Yep. We're just looking for 120, boys. Just looking for 120. Let's just get there.
Question is, though, are we going to get there? You know, we talked about how important track position is, and the problem is, with it being a track position race and Dirty Air being so negative to these cars, everybody's on desperation mode.
That's right. Here comes the green flag any second now. Green. Here we are. Green yet again. The race is again underway.
Running on board with Benefield on the Team Conti machine as we look at... Oh, Sean Conklin gets turned by Manny!
God!
Tries to go down. He tries to go down to cover that inside line and get there, but he just wasn't clear enough.
He did not have the room for that move at all.
No, and these guys absolutely... There's no way that Nanny wanted that to happen. Sean just misjudged. It's a simple mistake, but that slight misjudgment, that's enough to send these cars around. I mean, they're so light in the back end. Right on board with Conklin. You look at his mirror right now. In his mirror, you think that you're clear. Just not clear enough.
Yeah, you can't... I don't even know what to say. You think you're clear. Yeah, it's a judgment call. And it's you just misjudged by about an inch.
And there's not really much that Dan could have done there, you know? I mean, I know he was probably expecting Sean to try and turn down, but not at that point. I think he was trying to race him into the corner, and, you know, you can't ask Daniel to just, you know, back it off there. It's a rough break for Sean, but it's just race and deal.
Yeah. It is hard for me to say, man. It does feel like Conklin chose an odd time to make the move. It was kind of a wiggly move. I don't know what to call it. You know, it looked like he went right then left, a little bit of a fake out almost, but we saw it from the perspective of a nanny.
He thought he was clear, and he's trying to get himself, you know, in behind Pierce so he can focus on trying to tack down Pierce. And you know, sometimes the spotter, hell, even the spotter would tell you that you're clear, and you go and you throw it there, and the spotter lies more often than he tells the truth.
That's very true. All it takes is a split second. All it takes.
This is, I do believe this is caution number 3. Which this is a huge detriment for Roger Pierce too, because these cautions is just extra time for him to reach for the can, and he's probably gonna be, if we keep up on this rate, I think Pierce is gonna be blind drunk by the time we finish this thing off.
Entirely possible. Now up here in the booth, I've got just my
No
water
drinks?
tonight.
Oh. Mr. Leahy put down the bottle tonight for this one.
All right, all right.
Well, Mr. Leahy, we're hoping that we're celebrating a friggin' win with you after this one.
Yes, we are.
You can do it. Show us what that
Fingers
capital
crossed.
steel welder can do up there at the front.
What the hell did you say?
Oh, Ward Burton reference from back in the day.
Okay.
Look, we've wrecked damn everything but the pace car. We haven't even gotten to lap 20, all right? I'm cooking
That's
up
true.
here.
That's true.
Not cooking anything good, but we're cooking.
Not cooking. Backstretch says Roger Pierce and Daniel Nanny are going to lead things off because, well, Sean Conklin's not in the running anymore up front.
Yeah, Conklin with heavy nose damage too. It's going to be a majority of this race for him to fix it. If we go green right now, that'd be the absolute biggest kick to the balls Conklin could receive this week.
Yeah, this would be a bad one. And there goes the pace car right now. Pierce, Nanny out in front. Come on, boys. Let's go around and let's keep it clean. As we're looking for the green flag to drop, there it goes. We're green yet again. Let's go at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Down to 1 and 2. Roger Pierce going to lead again. Nanny trying to work the outside line. Here comes Adam Benefield down to the bottom, though. You know, the Team Conti Chevrolet gets just a little bit loose out of turn 2. Great recovery, but going to lose a little bit of momentum here, and potentially a spot as the 48 machine sends it up to the outside line. That is Pettis in the 48 Team Conti setup shop machine.
Two Team Conti cars side by side. It looks
And
like
we're
yellow
wrecking.
flag is out. Made it around 1.
Oh, you can't park there, buddy.
Ha. The red
The
zone is for the
Maruccio,
loading
that
and
is-
unloading.
That is destroyed.
Ugh. Let's see it.
Mauricio
Mauricio gets-
and, oh, yeah, he sends the 98 machine off to a Jet 2 holiday.
Nothing beats it.
A couple cars just beat it. Oh, some pretty heavy hits there, too.
Hundred to
On
go,
board.
guys.
And Hunt just about has it saved, and the bumps just snag that 98 machine back around.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, we're done with the triple digits of racing. We're down to lap 99. You're down to 99 laps remaining at this point.
And Ed Vlad just, once again, nothing he can do here. Tries to back it down, gets Orca braked right through.
Oof. Orca braked. Orca brakes.
The Yankee saying that this is only happening because he's on track, and yeah, probably Justin.
Yeah.
Now, pretty clean to start the thing off. Keep it up, Justin.
Quick shout out to Chad Kibbe. Thank you very much for the saying the booth is hot up here. Yeah, it's very hot up here.
You see, the way this is probably going to work out is it is Roger's fault because he's leading right now. Now, if Roger tags the wall and has to get damage repaired, they're going to stop wrecking. I feel like that's the course here.
Yeah. Watch Roger wreck out and crash out, and then that'll be the end of wrecking.
And it's not going to be something of Roger's own doing either. It's just going to be, you know, a lap car or something. Blow the right front fender off.
Blap. We gotta
Look,
get
I'm going based on trends of the season, and the trends for Roger is shit happens and it ain't normally good.
Oh my goodness. Well, Roger that.
Ha ha. See what you did there.
And here we are once again coming back around. Any second now, the pace car is going to go off, and we're going to get things started again.
Somebody just
Oh, we got-
vomited into their mic.
Yeah, I heard that. Ooh,
Yeah, that
big
was
boy.
Crazy. It's push to talk, not push to puke, guys. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Yak. Ugh. 22 out of 120 on the backstretch now. I was a little early on saying the pace car was going to go off any second now because we're just only on the backstretch. But we're going into 3 and 4. You know what that means? It means 5-hour energy. All over this track. 5-hour energy, 5-hour energy. You're never going to forget. That's the way to stay awake. There goes the pace car. It's Roger Pierce and Daniel Nanny on the inside and outside again this time. Looking for that restart zone. The Geico restart zone says, let's go, let's go. And here we go. Starting things off again.
Look at them fan out in the back of the pack. 4 wide for a second coming into turn 1, but up at the front, it's Roger Pierce leading. Benefield now to the inside of Nanny through 1 and 2. Nanny going to have the momentum coming down the back straightaway, though. That outside line really helping him get through these restarts. But here comes Benefield peeking again to the bottom, up against the curbing through 3 and 4. Has to be careful. Don't want to grab too much of that, though. It'll send that car around quicker than you can blink. But Nanny going to hold strong down the front straightaway here. Oh, and around again.
Oh, no. The back half of the field is dead.
Oh, no.
Chalk is involved again. You know what's funny is I was watching that crew.
Oh, that's a kill car.
I was watching
Hunt.
that crew, and then I moved my camera up to the front of the pack to see what was going on, and then as soon as I do, the guy's in the back wreck. Missed it.
Hunt is he's done there. That's right rear toe link damage, and that's a hell of a thing to fix.
Let's watch it here.
3 wide, and
Whoa.
that's just one of those deals that we probably definitely could have avoided. You see right there, that's where the right rear shot to the 98 machine comes from. And Chalk just might as well put a chalk outline around the 31 machine here at this point.
Yeah, good reference, and yeah, I think you might as well because this is evidence now. Gotta wait for CSI to come by.
Chalk just hit him with the smokes. Let's go.
Hit him with the smokes. Let's go. Looking around a little bit. Yeah, it's going down pit road right now. We've got Tiago Vieira, Dylan Basin, Daniel Edblad, Gabriel Mauricio. Quite a few people now opting to head down pit road and get fixed up and get some fresh tires and maybe some gas. All right, 26 of 120 still on pit road. A couple of names there. Dylan Basin, who was involved in that last wreck. The front of his car is smashed up. I'm not sure if you can tell how bad up it is, but the front of Dylan Basin's 33 there, or the 11, is just pressed right in. You can see the fender is there. Oh, they just snapped down. It looks like he's getting it fixed slowly over time here as Maggie McGuire also comes off pit road.
I will say I do rescind the Blue Chew boner of the race that I gave away so earlier.
Yeah, it feels like we got to wait a little while before we give that one away, buddy.
I really feel like the Blue Chew boner of the race we might have to seek medical attention on because it's definitely going longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, I see what you did. I like that. That's funny. And as we cross the line in front of the grandstands, we are now 1 to go here. Lap 27 of 120. Keep those fingers crossed so we can get around a couple of extra laps here. These guys are doing their best, but their best right now isn't stacking up so good. Unfortunately, we've had several situations of drivers either overdriving themselves or getting into somebody else. 5 of them so far. All right. Everybody's looking pretty good coming around through, ready for 3 and 4 here. Out in front, it's still Pierce and Nanny. There goes the pace car. Pierce and Nanny leading Benefield and Pettis right now in the second row. Here comes the restart zone. There we go. Green flag. Green, green, green. We are green yet again.
Roger Pierce leads down into turns 1 and 2, side by side for second place again. Benefield versus Nanny. Which one's going to get the edge this time? Last few times it's been that machine of Daniel Nanny getting it done. As you see, the momentum of the outside lane still carrying him away to the second spot. And right now, Joseph Square trying to make something happen for the 4th position as he dives down to the inside of the 48 machine of Pettis. But Pettis going to send it high and wide through 3 and 4 and get a huge shot down the front straightaway. And that's going to pull him clear of Joseph Square. Now, do we make it a full lap? Is it going to happen?
I think so.
Hell has frozen over and cats and dogs are sleeping together. We made it a full lap at Gateway, boys.
Well, let's just go for broke here as we watch the field in the front. Still pretty stacked up, but you know, Roger Pierce is pulling away yet again, doing that signature step he's been doing so far for this and almost his entire race, just sitting a full second almost ahead of the rest of the pack. Roger Pierce is in second, and it looks like Daniel Nanny, Daniel Nanny's in second. Adam Benefield is going to be holding up third, but he's going to be challenged by Dylan Pettis there. Down on the inside, Pettis can't quite make the pass.
No, it's just so difficult to make anything happen here. You basically just lock in behind the guy in front of you until they burn their tires off and hope that you have enough to be able to clear them. You see Benefield now get up to the back bumper of the 5 machine of Daniel Nanny. Trying to get him a little bit loose here coming out of turn 4. And you see the back end start to wiggle on the 30 machine ever so slightly.
Don't like that. Ooh, really close right now. The 20 of Joseph getting caught up by the 57 of Richard Garcia. Garcia almost into the back panel there. Didn't spin him. We've seen 2 or 3 spins tonight with cars getting into the back right or left side of the car ahead of them and just sending them around. So we'd hate to see it again here with Garcia and Joseph squared. And so far we're not.
Right now, a little bit further back, Schaefer trying to use the outside line to pull him up to the 12th position. And looks like it's going to work as he sends it deep into 1 and 2, and he takes the spot away from Wiles. But here comes Wiles fighting back on the inside line. That outside line going to carry the 97 Camry down the back straightaway with a huge head of steam down at turn 3.
Yes, sir. And if we look a little ways back, we got other cars trying to make positions there. Baldrich in the 17 trying to find a spot on the inside, but he doesn't have the speed, unfortunately, to pass Cameron Stone. Behind him, Justin Nanke falls back in the 42. Behind him, it's going to be Gigan Sabilo and, Alberto Abar. Abar into the wall a little bit there. He's maintaining his speed, but he definitely had a bad bang.
And Nanke goes really wide into 1 and 2 there. That's going to open the door for Gigan Sabilo here on the back straightaway. As you see him dive down to the inside out of turn 2, trying to make something happen here on the 42 Ryko machine. Down to 3 and 4, door to door. Sabilo with a little bit better through center, but here comes Nanke fighting back, using the top line for all it's worth, and he's going to pull away here on the front straightaway.
Oof, this is a close fight, but there he goes. It looks like Sabilo's going to cycle in behind, fall back a little ways. Wow, a lot of ways, as Abar is going to push him back up and say, no, we're not going backwards, my friend. You're going to stay in that fight against Nanke, and you are going to win it, or you're going to die trying.
Laps in here, Roger Pierce with the advantage. Everybody through the field just about to single file as Alberto Abar tries to make a move to the inside of Keegan here through 3 and 4. Keegan uses the top to get a bit of a run. It's going to work. It's going to hold him off from that 35 machine for now.
And And Keegan Sevilla doing his best back there. Up in front, though, it looks like Roger Pierce isn't able to maintain that large lead that he was maintaining for the most of this race
almost
so
around
far.
the back straightaway. Does he save it? Yes, he does. Ogden just about loses it out of turn 2. And that car was completely around. I don't know how he kept it under him.
And just behind Ogden, Cameron Stone briefly checks up into the nose of Johnny Baldridge. Baldridge finds his spot. A few cars into the wall behind him, but we are still racing, folks.
He was trying to keep it off the wall out of turn 2, put a little too much wheel in it, and that is the save of the race so far. That 60 machine absolutely should have gone around.
Let's see it. The 60.
That big slide definitely didn't do anything to help the tires, as you see him kind of get cannibalized here for a little bit as he's trying to get some spots back, but not really working out just yet as he takes a dive to the inside of the 57 machines with 3 and 4. Cameron Stone going to hold strong here. And now that opens the door for Johnny Baldridge.
Baldridge, can he make the pass here? Ogden, high on the outside, getting the squeeze from Baldridge. And what a squeeze it is here. There goes the wall. Yeah, that's a little deceiving for a second when the retaining wall moves away from you and then comes right back.
Baldridge gives him a little bit of a shot up the hill into turn 3. And Johnny's been somebody that's been playing with fire this week himself. A couple of good finishes earlier in the A Opens. A second place at Joseph Squared yesterday afternoon. Johnny Baldridge running probably the best I've seen in a while here this week at Gateway.
Yeah, he's up 6 from where he started, which is actually the best in the field besides Thiago Vieira. Everyone is running within single digits of where they started this race, or at least most people are running within single digits of where they started the race overall. Only Thiago and a few of the guys who got really messed up earlier are anywhere near double digits in terms of
got
their
a caution
charging.
wreck on the front straightaway.
Trey James. Made it to just about lap 40 there, gentlemen. Not bad. 80 laps to go here. And after we get a little look at this, we'll see about taking our first break. Let's see what happened here.
Down through 3 and 4, and the bumps just get him.
Yeah, did you see that? You can see that snap to the right and then the counter to the left. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Folks, we're going to take a short break here from Gateway, and when we come back, more racing here on Grid Vision.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hey, folks, we're back here on Wednesday night for the Wednesday night Top Split coverage. It's me, Joe LaCastro, with Sheldon Atkins and Austin Derbyshire, the Grid Vision team, and we are bringing you more coverage of this race from Worldwide Technology Raceway, virtual, mind you, Worldwide Technology Raceway. We've made it all the way through a grand total of 42 laps and 5 or 6 cautions over the course of the night. 6 at this point. 6 cautions over the course of the night. It has been a bit of a slow one as we got the pace car off. Everybody's good to go. Connor Truman is going to be up in front with Roger Ears Pierce as we get things restarted here.
And Connor Truman getting the gears. Oh, sorry about that, Joe.
Are you good?
We've been under caution so much, I've completely lost my rhythm. But Connor Truman going to take the lead over Pierce. Pierce going to dive back down to the bottom to try and take it back into 1 and 2, but not close enough to draw the beat on the 24 machine. But the 24 on those older tires is going to lose a lot of time here out of turn 2 and a lot of momentum. Here comes Roger Pierce around the outside line.
And we're watching Truman. Truman, the only car that didn't pit so far. Everybody pit on 40, but Truman stayed out. He's going to fall back through now. He gets up into the nose of, it looks like, Pettis there. Pettis a little bit sideways as he's trying to get around Truman without spinning him.
I'll tell you what, these guys up here at the front, they played very nice with Truman. Truman tries to come up across the nose of Nanny, and Nanny sends him up into the fence into turn 1 and 2, and that's going to destroy the nose on the 24 machine. It looks like the totaling's bent out too.
Truman is causing some serious hell right now through the top ranks here. Cars are splitting down the middle to try to accommodate him. He's falling back through, and it's going to be tough for him right now to make this work for him. You know, I think he probably thought he was doing himself a favor, but right now, it's just more of a tough drive.
Okay, when we came down pit road, they'd be fired on 2 tires, made some track position that way, but staying out on old tires at a track that wears through them as quick as Gateway does, definitely not the call I would have taken. And now it's a grid jam 3 wide behind him with Reese Schaefer up against the wall, Will Height in the middle. And down the bottom, Johnny Ballridge. And Reese Schaefer trying not to get into the back of the 24 machine. Checks up heavy, going to lose a handful of spots in the process. And the 24 just about loses it, and we're still 3 wide out of 4.
Yep, Truman's going to fall back even further now. Back down, back down. He was up 24 positions. Now he's up 3. Back down to the 25th position as more and more cars are cycling past him on newer and newer tires. It's going to be hell for Truman.
Nicky loses out of 2. Couple cars through the grass.
And there's the yellow. Wow. Wow, that took a little longer than I thought. But the next yellow did come out. We're on lap 46. And that will be the 7th caution of the evening. Let's see what happens here in the way back machine. Ooh, okay, up ahead a little ways.
It looked like maybe a self-spin from Nakey. I can't tell if there was any contact or not there, but I did catch out of my eye him getting sideways out of turn 2 for a chain reaction happened behind him.
Yeah, who was that blue car that went flying by?
Nakey.
40?
It
It
was
was
sideways.
Nakey that went flying by, okay.
Yeah. Everybody just wrecking, trying to avoid the incident. So one of the problems this week is with the way the cars are set up here and as flat as this track is, when you turn hard left to avoid somebody wrecking or hard right to avoid them, it just instantly loops around on you.
As we've seen, as has been evidenced by the proceedings. Ooh, look at that. He just gets around on him, and then he gets tagged, and everybody's wrecks trying to avoid him. There goes the 20. Not pretty. Just not pretty. Lap 47 right now. Lap 40. We're on the 47th lap right now. We're on the 48th lap, excuse me. I guess if you wanted to count that. Lap 48 of 120. And we're taking a little look-see as we get ready to go around. We've got 2 to green here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Everybody remember to hydrate, stretch those arms and legs every once in a while, even if you're sitting down and enjoying a race with us. I want you all to stay happy and healthy so we can enjoy more racing in the future.
You see the clouds moving in. You see the clouds moving in, and I'm hoping that we get just past halfway and it starts raining its ass off at this point.
Oh, that would be wild. That would make this the race where it happens, will ya? NASCAR in the rain. That's what we want to watch. Yeah, it's, if they had surprise released rain for the NASCAR circuit, for the oval stuff in iRacing, just do it one day with a patch. Don't tell anybody. Just do it. That would be turmoil. I would love it. Yeah, the best. Yeah, the best April Fool's Day prank they could pull off with iRacing would be to add some wooden crates you can run into on the track that when you crash into them, they give you speed boosts and red shells you can fire with a mappable button in the UI.
We already have that. It's the car in front of you.
Oh, you're right. That does count. Here he goes, pace car man with the lights out. Here's Pierce still out in front, still leading things from the pole position where he started this race. He knows the secret this week. The secret is get out in front early, stay out in front. Right behind Pierce, though, it's Adam Benefiel, then Pettis and Nanny on row 2. There goes the pace car. We're going to get restarted. Here we go. Grab that 5-hour energy, slam it back. You're going to need it. Because here we go. We are green yet again. That's a good start for Pierce again, high on the outside. He's going to use that line. Very, very good. Going to get a little bit of a lead there on Benefield. Benefield's ahead of a 2-wide situation between Pettis and Nanny right behind him. Nanny on the outside has the speed on Pettis right now, but Pettis is not giving up in the Team Conti car on the inside there. The 48 doesn't have the speed, though, to make the pass on Nanny, and he's going to slot in right behind him.
Johnny Barber's trying to make him move down to the bottom here. 3 wide for a second as Zach Range takes a peek down by the curbing. That will carry the momentum to stay in line, though, but here they are side by side, neck and neck down the back straightaway.
Ooh, yeah, neck and neck is right, as we got some cars trying to make their way around. Oh, no, we got a recovery. Big recovery from the 04. That was Mauricio. Mauricio almost completely around. He's back straight now, though. He's going to hold on to that. Very close situation. Almost had our next yellow out of that. Looking for other situations. We have a lot of 2-wide all the way up and down through the field right now. A couple 2-wide situations where we've got Chris Willite with Zach Range on the inside. Willite makes the pass there, and just behind them, it's Sabilo with Tiago Vieira right behind him. Behind Tiago, it's Reese Schaefer. Reese Schaefer high up against the wall, almost scraping the wall the whole way down the front there as he comes around here, trying to find the speed, doesn't have it, going to stay behind. Reese Schaefer now definitely into the wall that time as Tiago Vieira makes the pass.
Keegan Sabilo trying to make something happen on the bottom line. Reese Schaefer right there, his teammate working on the outside, trying to make something happen. Right now you're just seeing it's so difficult to make moves work here at Gateway. See the 27 machine working that inside line, though, working out well for him. Gonna have the advantage down the back straightaway. front.
Yep.
Pettis versus Nanny for third place. Nanny working the outside line. Here comes Pettis trying to make something happen on the bottom through 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, the outside line going to prevail like it has all race long. Daniel Nanny going to hold on to the spot into 1, but here comes Pettis again.
Yes, sir. Side by side. Nanny, though, with the exit. Huge exit there. Leaves Pettis in the dust just enough. Pettis slides into place there. Gets the 4th place spot. It's not what he's looking for, but it's what he's going to have to deal with. Little further back we go. We can find another battle going on. Sabilo and Range. Range this time has cycled to the outside of the track, where he and the MR Racing team car is trying to make his way past. He almost does using that outside line, but he can't quite get the pass on Sabilo, where the outside has been working for a lot of people. This time it did not work very well for Zach Range, who did not have a great exit there. Let's see if he can get a better exit here on 3 and 4, potentially. Come across the line with some speed and maybe make that pass on Keegan Sabilo. Well, looks like the answer is no. He's going to be stuck in behind Sabilo a little bit there, as we have a few other cars now trying to jockey around, make a few moves, passes here and there. Very close. It's the battle between Baldridge and Hodgson. Hodgson just ahead of Baldridge right now. The Lockhart 17. Trying desperately to find a position.
Johnny putting together another really good run here tonight. 17 Machine looking pretty good, just sitting there in that top 10. He's picked up a handful of spots to get himself up here since we started this thing off. And it just feels like this might be this track might just be a little something special here for Johnny. Especially after seeing what he did earlier this week in the A Open.
Might just be. Johnny Baldridge up 11. That's pretty darn good. The only other numbers I'm looking at here that are pretty high up. Well, actually, Thiago Vieira is up 19. Michael Batson's up 13, tied with Trey James. And Johnny Baldridge is up 11, but he's the furthest up the field right now, sitting in 9th place. We have officially reached the halfway point in the race, and exactly as I say that, the yellow flag comes out. Go figure.
Gold Machine takes a big slide down the back straightaway here.
Ooh, I had a feeling there was going to be some fight there. This is the 8th yellow of the evening.
Road break for Nolan Hodgson. You see right here, he's got Johnny Baldridge all over the back bumper. Has to check up a little bit in the center of 1 and 2, and Johnny just doesn't lift.
Oof. Got right through him. All right, 60 of 120. You saw it here, the number 12 around. Let's watch it again. This is from Baldridge's perspective.
So he gets a little high here, and I just feel like Johnny should have probably been a little bit more patient here.
Just a bit. Yeah, just a little bit maybe. If he had been just a little bit more patient, a little bit more, giving him just a little more breathing room, we probably wouldn't have him around. You probably would have seen him come down a little more clearly, because he came down so fast that Johnny's reaction time would have had to be perfect. So right now, though, we've got quite a few cars staying out. We got most cars that are in the lead pit on 40, but we'll see. We're gonna have a large group of cars that pit on 61.
I will say all the cautions, though, working to the advantage of Sean Conklin, who still has heavy nose damage from that incident earlier in the race. He got hooked going into 1 and 2. But I think he still needs a lot more time to get that thing fully hammered out, because the nose still really crinkled when he came into pit road this go.
Yeah, and Sean Conklin still has not yet gotten back off pit road. Unlike most of his peers here, he's still on pit road, approaching 30 seconds now of sitting on pit road. We'll see how he's going there, folks. Hope you guys had a long weekend. Or had a good long weekend there, a Labor Day weekend. If anybody did some grilling, hope it was delicious. It was the weekend to do it in some spots, for sure. Got to enjoy the last vestiges of summer before they finally slip out of our fingers here and the days start getting a little shorter. And here we have one.
You got a problem with short people, bro?
No. Randy Newman says they got no reason to live, though. You know that song? You know that song. Short people got no reason to live. You know that song. Come on.
All right, well, me and my toaster are going to go take a walk down the hallway. See you later, guys.
Oh, no. Short King. Short King. And by that, you mean your robotic girlfriend. Cyborgs. And there goes the pace car. And here we go. Any second now. We can see the zone. Barney sees the cars. He's ready to drop the flag. So lazy. There we go. He drops the flag. And there he goes. Mr. Roger Ears Pierce back out to the front with Daniel Nanny and Adam Benefield right behind.
Good restart for Nanny here as he just barely slides in to cover Benefield through 1 and 2. Benefield going to take a peek to the bottom here into 3 and 4, though. Grabs a little bit of side draft coming into the corner. Trying to make something happen against the 30 machine, but Nanny holding him way low on the racetrack here. Going to be really difficult for Benefield to make anything happen.
In the back, we got a situation right now brewing. I can feel it. Joseph tried to dive down to the inside. Then in the number 13, in the Best Buy car there, couldn't quite make the pass. Almost had a 3-wide situation, and we're still 2 by 2 by 2 all the way through back here for the 9th, 10th, 11th spot. Right now in 11th, in 9th, it's Dylan Basin who's on the inside here with Cameron Stone on the Cameron Stone on the inside, Basin on the outside. And Stone's going to get passed up potentially here. He's holding on to it in the Coors Light 57. Can he do it? Not quite. Going to fall in behind Basin and behind Stone. Chris Wilhite's going to lead another pack of cars who are chasing everybody down here. It is a very tight race around the 9th, 10th position here. Whereas up in the front, Roger Ears Pierce is about a half second ahead of Daniel Nanny.
Well, this is basically looking like Pierce's race to lose up here at the front. 0.4 of a second over Nanny. And he's been the most dominant car since we dropped the green flag 65 laps ago. We'll look further back, though. Chris Wilhite trying to make something happen on the outside here to hold off Joseph Squared. But here comes Joseph Squared with a huge run down the front straightaway. Down to turn 1, the Best Buy Camry starting to come to life here. And it looks like he's going to be able to get the job done through 1 and 2. Joseph Squared picking up a spot, now looking for another, and 2 cars go around. Trey James hard into the wall.
That's not yellow. Not unless he comes out funny. Let's see.
Jacob Klein and Trey James go for a huge ride down the back straightaway.
Wow, and for those two to not get a yellow called out, that seems a little wild, but they are both still on the track, both still driving. So, well, it's going to be the end of the line for them, but not for anything official, just for the spin.
One car hard in the wall. Caution is out for this one, though.
I think that was yellow flag. And who was that slammed into the wall there? A 52 machine there. Of Trey James.
So he just gets loose out of 2 after the contact he had there. Tries to catch it. Comes down the track, and Jacob Klein, no idea that 54 machine's coming down. Trey taking blame for it, too, in the chat. Saying he thinks he had too much wheel in it out of 1 and 2. Right there, a little bit of contact. And trying to keep out of the wall. Comes down the track. Around she goes.
Yeah. Yeah, he came down right into the nose of that car. I don't think there was anything malicious about it, obviously. It's just, it was he moved without checking. Go figure. There he goes around. All right. 69 of 120. Nice. And we've got
Is it really?
just another 50 to go.
Absolutely a nice race.
That was yes, this has been it's been up and down. We haven't really had a lot of green flag racing. We're on the 9th yellow flag in the first 70 laps of 120. So we've had on average over a yellow flag every 10 laps at least, you know. And so this has been a rough one. It's been a real rough one from point of view of being a racer or a commentator. Just trying to keep the fires lit. I'm sure the racers are too, as they're down there wondering, you know, how many more are we going to make it? Am I going to be the one who causes the next yellow to pop out, or am I going to be the one who doesn't? How is that going to work? As you see a stopped car down on the inside. Oh, he's letting his people pass him. All right.
Well, I do think I've seen more. I've seen cleaner racing on the way to the porta potty on the back straightaway than what we're seeing on the track here right now.
Accurate. I can see that.
As we get ready to work our way to the porta potty on the back straightaway, by the way. Are we going to see it on camera? You going to get it? We might.
I didn't see it. Let's find out. Oh, it's on the right, isn't
Cars
it?
roll by. It's right behind there. There it is, right there. It's the promised land, boys. It's the backstretch shitter at Gateway.
Imagine being in that and you don't know the race went back green. Be the loudest thing you've ever heard.
That'd be make a great colonic.
It would be, yeah. If you're having trouble at that point, you wouldn't be after that sound. Here comes 3 and 4. Quick reminder, folks, to smash that follow button, smash that subscribe button. We really appreciate all the support here on Grid Vision. Goes a long, long way. And here comes the green flag. There we go, and here we go yet again.
Do we make it a lap here this time? A lot of 3-wide racing further in the back. I'm not sure just yet. Oh, they're 4-wide down into 3 here.
Oh my God. I'm having an ulcer.
Oh, and it doesn't work. One machine of Becerra gets hooked right there into 3.
No, you can't do 4 wide, man.
No, that
Can't
was
do 4 wide pretty much anywhere.
surprisingly not from the 3 or 4 wide. That was
Just getting tagged.
and he gets in there and gets on the back one with the 24 machine. Was probably expecting the 24 to be carrying more speed. Tags to the back of him, loses the nose of the car. Sorry, loses the back end of the car from de-wedging it up against the rear bumper, and around it goes.
Around and around and around it goes. Eyes on Pierce right now. Or excuse me, Nanki. And we're going to take another little commercial break here, folks, and stretch our legs, and we hope you do too. And when we get back, we hope you join us for some more here on Grid Vision.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel.
Hey folks, we're back just in time for the green flag to kick off here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. We're going green again. Lap 75 out of 120 here. We'll see what happens on the grid vision. Wednesday night top split coverage. You're back with Jolo, Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire, putting it together for you and bringing you the racing action.
Wait, we've been racing?
Yeah, we've been racing.
When? Where?
About a hair past a freckle.
Where the hell am I?
Who am I? Where am I? It's like a Richard Green movie. No.
I know where Roger Pierce is right now, dominating this damn thing. Definitely getting assistance from the cautions, but man, Roger Pierce has been running so good and fast this year. They had nothing but bad luck. Hoping to see that tonight be the night it pays off as we look at Johnny Baldridge going toe-to-toe here with the 11 machine of Dylan Basin here in the 3 and 4. Baldridge slides up, gets into the door of his Team Conti brother in there. They almost go around, but Basin keeps his foot in it.
Oh, this feels insane right now, my man. It's insane. So much going on. Crazy hell all over the place right now. Baldridge, Willite switching places with range a couple of times. Hodgson almost got into a 4-wide situation a second ago. You were just barely missed that. We still got 2 wides all the way down the field, just about. It is it's crazy town up here. Pass for second about to happen as well.
We don't speak about that band.
Oh my god.
Oh, benefit tax offense, turn 4. Heavy contact that's going up at the door. Here comes the 6 machine of Basin down to the inside. Basin on a tear here as we get to the closing laps. 78 ticked off already out of 120. And maybe 15 of those have been held under green. Because that's what it feels like. Well, 3 and 4. Roger Pierce with 0.5 of a second over Daniel Nanny here as we come across the start finish line. Everybody tagging off the fence out of turn 4 this go around.
Yeah, I saw that. A lot of smoke, a lot of bumps off the fence there. Don't like to see it. It's going to just make racing a lot more unpredictable as the time goes on here. Lap 79, looking for 80, looking for 40 laps to go. We've got Chris Wilhite, Alberto Abar just giving a little bit of a push there to Chris Wilhite on the outside. Abar now finding his way down to the inside, trying to make the pass on Wilhite. He can't. We have activity behind him, though. 4 wide. That was crazy. The activity right now back there with Garcia. Conklin trying to work his way up. Conklin in the 54. Ooh, just barely off the nose of Garcia. Oh, we got activity. Big crash in the back. Oh, but it's still going straight. Who was that fell off there? That was Justin Nanke, I think, that fell off.
And Nanke not having the best nights. I don't think it's going to be the fault of his own, though, here. He might just get tagged. 60 machine comes up the track a little bit there on the door. They're pretty tight. 60 machine just not able to hold it down there on the bottom. Heavy contact. Nanke tries to save it out of turn 2. Puts a little too much wheel into it and bounces back off the 60 and back into the fence. Rough break for Justin there.
Rough break indeed.
Just look at the battle for second place starting to heat up. Dylan Basin hounding the back bumper with the 30 machine of Daniel Nanny.
Nanny just trying his best to hold on and work with the speed precedent being set by Pierce right now, but Nanny is just not around getting harassed by Dylan Basin, who's behind him and will not let go.
Around the outside through 3 and 4. Here comes Basin with a huge run. He's going to run out of track, though. Stuffs it into the fence out of turn 4. Nanny runs him tight. Basin tags the wall.
It's not pretty.
And he comes over the radio and says noted, so expect the gloves to come off here as he gets all over the back bumper. Coming into turn 3, looks to the bottom. Looks like he's going to send it deep into 3 and 4 this go-round. Side by side as he gives him the door.
Ooh, it's close. That's close. Nanny with a tiny amount of wall scrape potentially. But Basin is giving him just enough room on that side draft.
Could have got a lot tighter on him there through 3 and 4. He's going to take the bottom line here, and Basin, cooler head's going to prevail as he takes over the second spot. Here comes Nanny peeking to the bottom. Basin throws a little bit of a block down the back straightaway, but holds on to the spot into 3. And I think Nanny's going to let him have it.
Yep, I think so too.
You can tell that machine's just a little bit quicker than him right now, and based on Basin getting a little upset about how tight he was ran there, Nanny probably smart enough to realize, hey, pick and choose your battles. I'm in 3rd place right now. Just hang on to it for here.
Okay, we've got another situation right behind Daniel Nanny now. Johnny Baldridge is getting challenged by Derek Heitman. Heitman has got some speed on him right now in the Bridgestone car in 76, making his way down on the inside of Baldridge. Going to see if he can make the pass. Nice and smooth pass on the inside there through 3 and 4, and Baldridge is going to slide back in position to 5, where Derek Heitman takes the 4th place spot.
Also, look who has worked himself back into 10th place. That 54 machine of Sean Conklin got the damage repaired under that last caution. Spent the first half of this race running 20 seconds behind the pack every time he went green longer than 5 laps, which didn't happen all that often, but it's enough to put the fear of God in you. Finally gets the thing fixed up. Now here he is, diving down to the inside of Adam Benefu, who's been up at the front since we dropped the green flag 86 laps ago. And he's going to take over the 8th spot. Now, with his eyes focused on the 97 machine, Reece Schaefer.
See here, we got a big group behind these guys. Still, the guys out in front, the first 5 guys are really setting the overall pace for this. But then the rest of the crew seems to be having a little bit of trouble keeping up with that pace. A few cars here and there are making their way out of that larger pack, starting from about Sean Conklin back. But Conklin himself is going to leave that pack behind him here if he has anything to say about it, and try to make some speed up as we go through lap 88 on tonight's race.
Shaver rolls over, lets that 54 machine have it. Knows that Conklin's is a little bit quicker right now, and also probably a little bit of a tire advantage to the 84 machine too, since a lot of these front runners stayed out these last couple cautions. Try and save some sets, not want to get mired in that traffic. But Conklin on a tear here as he's driven all the way through the field to get himself back up in 7th.
And what a tear it is. What a good tear. It's the kind of thing that you like to see, honestly. A guy, rising from his own ashes. A very Phoenix-like story. Oh, a couple blinks out of Sean Conklin, but a very Phoenix-like story from Sean Conklin after that first wreck was so devastating. To be able to bounce back now and say, hey, I'm still here. Hey, I'm still racing. And not only that, before we get to the last 30 laps of the race, I'm going to be back in the top 10.
Also, we talked about the dominance, or just the pace in the Conti cars this week. And, from the looks at it, old Ken Byron's got him covered here for the time being. There's only 3 Conti cars in this top 10 altogether. The rest of them, they're Reco machines.
Yeah. Just the 3 remaining. As now we've got Conklin trying his best to use what speed he can get from Pettis behind him. It's not going to be too much help. If he wants to make his way up to Baldridge, he's going to have to do it on his own. And Conklin is in the bubble just barely. Maybe he might be a little far back. He's a little far back for the draft right now. if he can get some of these entrances really good, he can get up into the bubble, and he can use that with Johnny Baldridge and stay close to him and try to make that pass to get even higher up the food chain.
Kind of work himself up there on pace. Draft not really that beneficial here this week, Joe. But trying to break that dirty air, that's everything. You see Conklin now tapering off down to the inside by the curbing as we look a little bit further back. Brendan Mill trying to make moves on Richard Garcia. Garcia with heavy nose damage, making that 57 podium Hunter Chevrolet work, though, out of turn 4, trying to hold himself up here on this top 10.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about the dirty air situation. I am seeing cars move in and out of the dirty air, trying to find what they can to move forward. And as we were talking, it looks like Conklin has closed the gap pretty well to Johnny Baldridge. And now I'd say he's in contention position for the spot currently owned by Mr. Baldridge. Let's see, let's see. Oh, down to the inside, potentially Sean Conklin. Nope, not this time, but it looks like he wants that spot. Conklin's going to signal for the inside, whereas on the outside, Pettis is going to signal.
Pettis with a huge run on that outside line. Gets up to the quarter panel here. Sent it deep into 3 and 4, and it worked for him. The 48 machine sticking as he flies by him here on the front straightaway.
Didn't expect
1 and
this.
2. Still side by side, though, here in 1 and 2. And Conklin boxed in right now. Pettis using that 17 machine of Baldridge as a pick, and it's going to work for him out of 2.
It's a tough spot to be in if you're Sean Conklin. The only help you had is now gone. But I think he's going to make it work for him. He's going to stay close right now to Baldridge. He's going to try to keep that exit safe. He absolutely does, and he manages to stay there for 1 and 2. Let's see what happens. Up a little ways further, everyone is very spread out. Heitman, Joseph, Faison, they're all about a half second apart from each other right now.
And Pettis is setting some blistering lap times right now. Congrats line last time with a 33.8. This time rose across the stripe with a 33.7. 2/10 quicker than the car in front of him, but it doesn't matter because we wrecked again.
Brendan Meal, as we almost made it to the last 20 laps here, Brendan Meal is going to be our next victim on the big wheel of wrecking.
Hey, what? The way they've been wrecking tonight, I would have put out a damn qualifying setup myself. See the 40 machine, Brendan Meal run the outside, and the 22 just slides up into the quarter, and they hook together, and you know he doesn't really try much to get it off him.
Well, the yellow is out right now. We're watching the way back machine. You can see, ooh, there he goes around. The 40 just tail to nose into the wall. Okay. Here comes everybody off pit road now. Look at this line of cars here. This is going to be it for a lot of these guys, I think. Unless we see another yellow here, this is going to be their attempt to make it to the end of the race as they come down pit road. Excuse me.
That was a Reese Schaefer making a little bit of contact with the left rear quarter panel on the 48 machine of Pettis.
Yeah, I saw that. I wondered why that happened.
Nope. Reese saying that the entire field disappeared for him there for a second, so a throughput issue for Reese Schaefer is the reason why the 48 got smacked on the ass.
All right, and then winning the race off of pit road, it looks like it's going to be the 76 machine. The 76 of Derek Heitman.
Apparently, Reese got into quite a few of them there, so we might want to take a look at the replay to see who all got affected and damage out of the deal.
That's a good question. Here we go, the way back machine. Let's see what happened. There's Reese Schaefer. Okay. You can see the 12 behind him.
You know he got in the
Trying
back
to
of Will
find a
Height. Will
spot.
Height keyed up over it. It might be a little far. We're definitely far behind.
Let's see here.
Incident here.
Very good. Lights are off on the pace car. You know what that means, folks. After we come around through the back stretch here, back across the front, it's going to be it.
Another
and
caution.
We are going to have it.
Also, Randy Bobandy taking the Mustard Tiger Bandit machine out here to the front. Kevin Chalk stays out on this last cycle of pit stops here.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Chalk is actually our current race leader, as his last pit lap was 68. Staying out on older tires, he's going to pull a situation similar to what we saw earlier with Connor Truman, I think.
As long as everybody makes it through 1 and 2, all right, this is probably going to hand the lead over to Heitman.
There we go. And first things first, Chalk gets a bump from Roger Pierce behind him. Pierce looking to get around Chalk. Chalk falling back into Pierce.
Oh, three
He
wide.
just
Pierce
wrecked the
goes down the
lead.
middle, and around goes Heitman.
Heitman keeps it straight, but he loses all momentum.
Incredible
Thank
save out of
goodness.
Heitman. But gets used up by a teammate there on the restart.
Yeah, he got dumped.
Daniel Pettis trying to go at it again with Nanny. A little bit of contact out of turn 4. Daniel runs him tight down to the bottom of the track through 3 and 4. Sean doing a little bit of a time traveling here in the 54 machine.
Yes, sir.
Oh, round. Couple cars on the back straightaway. Oh, King Sabila's hit. Nolan Hodgson. I want to say, was
got
that
crazy
Zach
names.
Range involved
Connor
too?
Truman, Justin Nanke. Yikes.
Ah.
Just yikes. Well, we got 19 to go at least. We made it to the triple digits.
So this race is the equivalent of getting IBS in the middle of an important business meeting.
Yeah.
Shit sucks.
You are up and down, up and down.
Oh my God,
my
Trey
God.
James.
Oh, the humanity.
That was a heat-seeking piss missile.
Yeah.
Right on board with Trey James here through 1 and 2. And the Sirius XM
decides-
Camry.
Yeah, he decided to turn his car into an ICBM.
He just gets loose, tags the fence. So we're gonna need to get a word from Nolan Hodgson from the infield medical center after this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, once he gets cleared. If he gets cleared, he's got to have a concussion probably after that kind of hit. We've got some commentary here. Colby Jack saying this is the worst racetrack and car.
And all that from our worst driver. I'm just kidding, Colby. I'm doing good.
This track and
No,
car
I have to
combo
fully-
definitely seems to be beating some butt tonight.
No, I have to agree. This is look. I don't know why the fuck NASCAR thinks it's a great idea to cut a date from Dover and still keep this shit in the playoffs. It just makes no sense to me.
Well, they can't build loopy-loops in the track, so they got to do something.
Hey, what was it? Statement Michael Waltrip made about the higher horsepower applies to this track. You know, it's like jerking off on the couch. Sure, it's fun for you, but nobody wants to watch that shit.
That's a good analogy.
But thank you, viewers, for sticking with us on our completely unopinionated broadcast. And I am highly professional, and you know, none of us, you know, losing our mind up here after what feels like the 69th caution. Nice.
It does kind of feel like that, unfortunately. Boo. But we are keeping it straight ourselves, keeping it very professional as usual. Our usual high levels of no nonsense professionalism in our calls, as we're known for. Lights are off in the pace car. 1-2 green, as they say.
Well, we're known for the professionalism on Thursday nights, not so much Wednesday nights anymore.
Oh. There goes the pace car, off right now. Looking for that restart zone. It's going to be Pearson, Joseph. Green flag. There they go.
Right through the gears. Joseph squared. Throws a bit of a hip check, but up into turn one. Sends it way too deep and misses the corner entirely. And now he's into the door. Pettis coming out of turn two. And that's going to slow the 48 machine down. And that opens the door for Natty to move up to second place. But here comes Joseph squared, peeking down to the inside into three.
Yeah, that wasn't a very solid move from Joseph. Unfortunately, it does look like, you know, he almost got into the door of Dylan Pettis pretty hard there. He went very high, very wide, and then brought it back down on the exit, back down to the middle of the track a little bit. And I think that's what really freaked out Pettis. But thankfully, Pettis kept his head on straight and kept the car going straight. Both of them, were able to do so. And now Joseph is leading Dylan Pettis into the backstretch.
Looking down to the bottom for fourth place, here comes the 11 machine. Dylan Basin working his way back up to the front here in the closing laps. Not a lot of time left on the board. Trying to make something happen. Daniel Nanny gets way loose through 3 and 4. Almost loses it in front of Joseph squared. Now Joseph going to the bottom here in a 1.
Joseph's in the bottom. He's looking. Can he get the speed he needs?
Up to the bumper, and he gives him a push through 2.
He's got a good push on him. And just behind him, there's a couple of lines of cars there. Not too much going on. Justin Levine side by side with Adam Benefield, though.
Joseph is wicked loose, leaning on the quarter panel through 3 and 4 as Joseph squared. On the front straightaway, Daniel Nanny trying to hold it tight here to the 20 machine of Joseph squared. Joseph's going to send it off into 1 and 2. Down to the bottom, here comes the 20 machine, but the 30 trying to hang on the quarter pound for the momentum down the back straightaway. It's going to hold this time for Nanny, but what happens in the 3? We've seen him loose in there the last couple laps.
I'm pretty sure 3 and 4 are the wider of the two. Wider of the two turns here, so you got a little more to work with in 3 and 4 than you do in 1 and 2 in terms of your overall maintaining your speed.
Going up to the quarter, and he moves him again. And
they're door to door.
Contact back. Danny trying to save it, gets back into the door. Joseph square down the back straightaway into 3. And these two have not been racing each other well at all. And back into the back bumper comes the 30 machine of Nanny, but it's over now. Joseph Square is going to take over the spot, and here comes the 11 machine of Basin down to the inside of Nanny, and Nanny tags the fence on the front straightaway.
Ooh, man, I'm not liking the way Joseph is racing at the front of this race right now. It's aggressive, but it seems a little messy. Maybe I'm just overjudging him. It's entirely possible. But it feels like he's driving a little bit hard.
I mean, it's just, that's one thing racing like that, man, but I wouldn't do it against a teammate. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but you know, these guys all have the Victory 1 stickers painted all over the car. You gotta give each other a little break here and there. I mean, I know it's late, but he just about sent Daniel around.
True.
Up to the outside of the line. Here comes Dylan Basin trying to make something happen. Nanny slides up, tags the door a little bit in 1 and 2. Opening the wall. He drives him into the fence. They both go around.
Basin back up onto the field.
Now Nanny's going to have to deal with Pettis as Pettis tries to go around the outside through 3 and 4.
Lap 111 of 120 here, folks. We're looking to finish this out strong. Let's see if we can.
Gets down there and it snaps up the hill a little bit. He's been dealing with loose entry from the looks of it and just struggling to get into 1 and 2. And 11 tried to give him back what he was given. He was not able to get to the quarter panel to connect it to send him back into the fence.
No, sir. And here we go right now. Joseph following in the footsteps of Roger Ears Pierce by about 0.3 seconds, 0.4 seconds right now, which is still contention territory by my mark. So there is a possibility here in these last 8 laps for Roger Pierce to get caught up to and potentially dealt with by Joseph. Behind him is Daniel Nanny, Dylan Pettis, and Chris Wilhite rounding out the top 5.
Joseph's going to need a big mistake out of the 27 machine, Roger Pierce, to be able to close it anymore, though. These two running matched lap times the past handful of laps. I personally think that Roger Pierce might just be, toying with these guys a little bit, sandbagging, trying to keep dirty air to the nose, hold them back, and burn those tires when it matters most here in the next couple of laps.
Out in front, Roger Ears Pierce getting chased down by Joseph. Sort of 2 men alone right now.
And man, how about this run for Roger Pierce too? It's been a rough couple weeks. Big loss for him last week in his personal life. And just up and down all season. Has opportunities and just something out of his hands completely takes it away from him. Here we are, just a handful of laps left in the race. He's been the most dominant car all race long, leading basically flag to flag with a couple interruptions here and there. This is the best that 27 Caterpillar Camry's looked all year, and man, it just feels good to see Roger getting it done so far.
Yep. Love to see it. You love to see it. Roger Ears Pierce out in front, Joseph right behind, and then a pretty good gap of about a second to Daniel Nanny. And there's only 3 cars, folks, who are not on the lead lap right now. Every car in this race is driving with the exception of 1, Trey James, who left the race not too long ago, actually. But we had every car in this race running, and almost every car was on the same lap for a long time, despite all that's been going down.
Yeah, well, I mean, we haven't had many incidents and weren't instantly met with a caution flag as we look at one that looks like it's going to shape up here in the back of the pack, about 3-4 wide there on the front straightaway for a second.
You see it. Batson right now in the center. Hodgson with him. Teddy Hodgson down to the inside. Hodgson gets a little sideways. He maintains. He comes back to the middle of the track, tries to avoid running into chalk there as Batson moves out ahead.
These guys are just racing their absolute ass off for dead last back here. I just don't see the point, man. Everybody else here at the field pretty much single file, though. Back up at the front of the pack, Roger Pierce just trying to hold on for 3 more laps over his teammate Joseph Squared and the Best Buy Camry behind him.
It's a 3 Camry lead right now with Pierce, Joseph, and Nanny all driving Toyotas, too. Great run down the front. Yes, sir. Great run down the front. Coming around next time, we're going to be looking for that white flag. Let's keep our fingers crossed, and let's get there in one piece.
Down the back straightaway here, Roger Pierce, 0.5 of a second over Joseph Square. Just has to maintain this gap for 1 more lap around this St. Louis circuit. as he brings it into 3 and 4, drops it down to 4th gear, letting the car glide slowly back up to the wall here to the start finish, up to the wall to the start finish line. White flag is in the air for Roger Pierce.
That's the white flag, folks, so you know what that means. Get on the edge of your seats and get ready. We finally got that green flag raising we were looking for. A little late, but we still got it all the way to the 120 here. We're going around now into the back stretch. In the back, it's Joseph. Joseph behind Roger Ears Pierce. Pierce leading this race from the beginning to the end. From 1 to 120, it has been the Sunday drive for Roger Ears Pierce and some of his teammates as well, who we're going to get a chance to talk to here. Coming across the line, Roger Pierce wins it all at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Well-deserved win for Roger Pierce, and one that's been a long time coming.
Oh, you're telling me. Let's crack a brew, throw him back, and enjoy it. You know what? His first dry night in a while, and I think that's going to be what it takes to get the victory.
Tell you what, though, if there's ever been a night to have a drink, it would definitely be tonight, because I think we tore through quite a few brain cells on this one. I know I'm getting drunk after this is done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, boy. What a race. That was another meat grinder, my man. As we watch him burn it down there, right in front of Barney.
Hey, we got our smoke back this week.
Yeah.
I think it was probably the night lighting that screwed that up last week.
That would make sense. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful white smoke there. Doesn't get much better.
What a well-earned win. I mean, I don't know what the exact number is, but I can tell you he's led at least over 110 laps this evening.
A 110 laps led. Let's take a look at the overall thing here. 115 laps
I said
led,
over,
actually.
at least over.
By Roger Pierce, your winner tonight. Only 5 laps were not led by him. And Joseph was in second place. Daniel Nanny in third. Dylan Pettis fourth. Johnny Baldridge, Chris Wilhite, Dylan Basin, Justin Levine, Adam Benefield, and Derek Heitman rounding out the top 10.
Right home in 11th place is going to be Sean Conklin with a strong recovery after the damage earlier. 12th place going to Dustin Matthews with Reese Schaefer 13th. 14th place going to Richard Garcia with Gabriel Maruccio bringing home 15th. 16th going to Alberto Abar with Brennan Mule bringing home 17th. Finishing 18th tonight's going to be Ed Blad with Daniel Wiles and Maggie McGuire running at the top 20.
After that, we've got 21, which goes to Michael Battison, 22, Keegan Sabilo, Teddy Hodgson, Kevin Chalk in 24th, Zach Grange, 25th, Cameron Stone, 26th, Tiago Vieira, 27th, Jacob Klein, 28th, Luis C. Brazera, 29th, and 30th, Nolan Hodgson.
Bringing home 31st is going to be Alan Pajari with Connor Truman in 32nd. 33rd going to Justin Nakey with Brenton Hunt and Trey James running out the 35-car field tonight.
Okay. You know what that means, folks? We're officially into the post-race show section of tonight's broadcast, which means we're going to have a chance to talk to some of the racers who went around and did everything. Made it all look real easy, or in this case, not so easy. We're going to start things off with Daniel Nanny, the bronze medal finisher here, and I'm going to get a chance to say hello. Let's see how things are. Daniel, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, Daniel, how you doing after that race? Congratulations on that third place finish.
Thank you.
That was an incredible run. You were one of the cars that was consistently up at the front there. How did you feel going into this race tonight? Is this one of your better tracks? One of your harder tracks? This was a tough one for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, it's my first race all week, so I wasn't expecting anything, but being able to qualify third and finish third, I feel like that's a win in my book. But yeah, overall, I just had a lot of fun with the tight battles that we all had.
Yeah, man, you absolutely killed it. Started third, finished third. Very similar to our first place finisher here. Really consistent drive for you tonight. Kept the car in one piece here. And I'm really excited to see what some other drives you've got going on here. We haven't called you up I don't think we've had you up here in the booth yet. So it's nice to get you up here in the podium spot. Who do you think personally gave you the hardest time on the field tonight? Was there one driver that stood out to you?
It's gonna be two. It'd be Dylan and Dylan, both from Team Conti. They both put a lot of pressure on me. at one point in the run, Johnny Barber was there. Yeah, all my local teammates were fast, obviously. I mean, we carried the 1, 2, 3 there. So, like, yeah, there was a lot of fast guys out there, and I feel bad for what happened between me and Sean, because I feel like Sean could have gave Roger a run for his money if we didn't make that little bit of contact on lap like 15 or whatever it was. So, yeah, overall, it's lots of hard racing there, especially in the last 20 laps there.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. Anyone you want to shout out to or thank for your performance here?
Of course, I got to shout out Rock Local Performance for putting in all the hard work. All the A-Open team, they do fantastic work. And I just come in and just race whatever they provide me, and I guess it worked that time. So, yeah, shout out to everybody at Raco and all the sponsors you see on our cars. And, yeah, that's about it.
All right, my friend. Well, congratulations again, folks. That was Daniel Nanny. We'll see you again real soon, Daniel. Take care and have a great rest of your week.
Thank you guys so much.
You're very welcome. Once again, folks, Daniel Nanny, the third place finisher right now. And then next up, it's going to be Sheldon Atkins talking to Joseph.
And sitting here with Joseph Squared after a hard-fought second place. Looked like you had something there to get to the back bumper of the machine of Roger Pierce in the closing laps, but was it the wall of dirty air that just held you back?
Yeah, it was the dirty air, and also, like, honestly, like, I don't think I was really faster than him. I was just shifting into 5th, and he was probably staying in 4th. So it was just, like, killing my right front, and plus I had to race really hard for 2nd. We lost a lot of time. I don't think it was possible, unless we got another yellow.
Yeah, so talk to me about that battle too, by the way, because you and Nanny showed absolutely no love lost in the last 15 laps of this race this evening.
Yeah, I mean, it was just racing hard. Honestly, we were just racing really tight, and at the end there, I thought I was gonna be able to like clear and slide up, but I mean, we were just really tight, close racing, and it's just fun like when it's like that.
Well, moving forward, not really much of anything next week for A-Open, obviously, with week 13 looming on the horizon. All we got is the big show itself with the 500 miles of Bristol, if I do remember correctly. How you feeling about going in that with next to no practice or reps?
Well, for us, we're definitely going to be having a lot of solo car testing and probably pack testing as a team. So we're probably going to have like a ton of laps under anyways. So I'll probably know how it's going to handle. The part that's annoying is 500 laps. I feel like it's going to take forever. And with like so many cars for NiS, it's like 37. Like we're just going to catch lap cars so quick and chaos can happen. Like I think I remember last year I was running 2nd and I got taken out like lap 100. Or maybe it was earlier in the year. I was like 2nd, I got wrecked by a lap car.
Yeah, the lap cars definitely something to look out for when you go to Bristol. But after a strong podium finish after a night where it felt like we were going to end up in the porta potty before we were all done with it, what do you want to thank and shout out?
Shout out to Roger. Honestly, this was a really deserving win. He was really fast, and it was impressive for him to get the pole and lead, like dominate the whole way. And you know, I don't really do this normally, but I want to shout myself, low-key. I had to drive through the field like 3 times. And the fact that I was able to do it pretty cleanly every single time and just get to the front, I'm impressed to myself. Shout out to Ken once again and everyone that puts work and time in the setup. Raiko's clearly dominant. We finished top 3. And yeah, you guys in the booth, I'll enjoy watching the race every single time, even if I'm not in it.
Well, Joseph, thanks for your support. Went a little off the rails here tonight, but a great drive this evening. Congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
And now I'm going to hand it on over to old Joe LaCastro. But before I do so, big congrats to Roger Pierce for getting the job done tonight. He's sitting with Joe LaCastro.
Hey, Roger Pierce, how you doing after that race? Congratulations on that victory.
Man, I just cracked me a cold one. I'm just sitting here in my rig, and I'm just having the time of my life.
You better be. Oh my God. You ran 115 clean ones tonight. You only gave up 5 of those laps. Was your strategy to set just an absolute heater of a qualifying lap and then just sit in the front like that? Because that seemed to be your whole plan, and you executed it perfectly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have a plan. The beginning of the week, running stints, I was at the bottom. I was at the way bottom. I was the slowest. My tires were good, but I was slow. I was really slow. SOF, I was in second or third pretty much the entire race behind Sean, and I was behind Sean for like a good 30 laps, and I followed his line and I learned his line, and just running more 30s and doing more races and laps. It's just, I kind of found my line. I found my groove.
I'll say you found your groove so well that on every restart here, I was just counting you out. You know, on every restart, I would just say, you know what, Roger, he's going to go ahead of everybody. We'll call the race from him back. Basically, at that point, you had a very dominating race tonight, my man. Whatever you were, yeah, and we just heard your strategy. We heard your regimen to get ready for it. Well, I'll tell you, it all worked out. From our point of view in the booth, you had one of the most dominating drives we've ever seen you have here on the field so far. Congratulations there. I asked this question earlier to Daniel Nanny, but you really didn't have any rivals in this race. I was going to ask you who gave you a hard time, but no one did. Very few people looked like it gave you a hard time.
That's not true, because I pay attention to lap times. Obviously, I watch you guys in the race. I watch lap times in the race. I'm ADHD, man. You know, my brain's going 1,000 mile an hour. So I want to say Pettis. It was Pettis. They were basing one of the two. They were fast, so like I was tracking their times. I was trying to find a little bit more. Apologies to Derek there on the last restart. Went back and watched it. It looked like he got aero griefed or net coated, and I'm sorry, not what I wanted. Kevin said he was going to stay low, so I just tried to grab his door and wrap the corner, and Derek got killed because of it, so I do feel bad about that. But you're paying attention to lap times. It's kind of like Darlington, you're racing the track, because it's so hard to pass, so you're trying not to blow off your tires, but you're still trying to have a good speed. I've been on 2 tires since we pitted on lap 40. So,
oh, wow.
I just kept taking rights every time we pit. And so I'm lucky that it even lasted that long.
Well, you know what? Again, a unique strategy. And since you ran 80 laps on 2 tires, basically, for most of that, that was very, very doubly impressive at that point, my man. Great drive. I hope you enjoy the cold one. Is there anyone you want to shout out to or thank for your amazing performance tonight?
Yeah, man, this one's for my pap. We lost him last week, and it's been a rough one, but this is for him. He really meant a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, Ken, Breko, the boys, Victory 1. I mean, they've built a killer set. A lot of stints, a lot of laps put into it. Randy Belt Construction, Kat Thompson, Ascend Credit Union, Colby Gaming, Bridgestone Tire, Best Buy. I mean, you can name them all, guys. All over the Victory 1 cars. Thank you guys for the broadcast. You know, you don't really win a lot of Wednesday NIS splits when you got Sean and Joseph in here, so I'm taking this one, and we're celebrating. We are celebrating.
All right. Well, my friend Roger, you take care. You enjoy that beer, and we will hopefully talk to you on the podium again very, very soon.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
Yeah, you're welcome, my friend. Take care. Have a good rest of your week.
Burn it down.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's going to be it for him, and that's going to be it for us. We're going to wrap things up here, Sheldon. Wow, that was a thing, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what. After one of the races of all time, and a complete shit show dumpster fire from hell, I don't think anybody can be upset though with Roger Pierce coming across the start-finish line first. I mean, that's one of the guys that I think everybody in this field has a decent to large amount of respect for, and he's definitely one of the good guys here in the virtual garage for sure. You know, you don't really see many people getting into scraps or fights with old Roger Ears Pierce. So, congratulations. I mean, man, coming after a big loss like that, moments like these definitely help a lot, and just glad to see him get the job done. As well, I'm glad to see that we were able to get the last, 15 laps in under green to finish the deal out?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Not bad at all. We got those last 15 laps in under green, and
and Darby
that's
picked
about the best that we could hope for.
And Darby picked the fucking winner this week.
He did. I didn't even think about that, but Darby picked the winner.
Look at that.
Beautiful. Well, that's a win for Grid Vision altogether, I think. I'm going to call it a win for all of us. Not just a win for Darby, but a win for all of us too. How about that? Okay. Well, folks, from beautiful Worldwide Technology Raceway, we're going to be wrapping things up here on the Grid Vision broadcast. So we want to say from the entire Grid Vision team, that's myself, Sheldon, and Austin, Derbyshire, thank you for watching or participating in the chat. For more information on getting your league broadcasted or for starting your career in broadcasting, contact us on Facebook, X, or email us at info@gridvision.live. Congratulations again to Roger Ears Pierce on winning tonight's race from Worldwide Technology Raceway. This has been Joe LaCastro, Sheldon Atkins, and Austin Derbyshire. And hey, we'll see you next time on the grid. And hey, folks, don't go nowhere, though. Join us for some more great racing content as we raid another channel once we're off the air. Here we go.